guys, it's Rena here at Mile Domestic Church. I went to a video today all about my preparing and planning for my no-buy year 2025. Okay, so it's not the best lighting here and I am wearing a hat, so please bear with me with this this video. But I just want to talk about a couple of books really quick that I think would be a nice thing to bring into this year. I have been reading this book, A Catholic Guide to Spending Less and Living More. I am probably halfway through and I'm really enjoying it. It's by a husband and wife that had a large Catholic family and they were living debt-free. They even paid their house off. And so far, I really like the book. I will say though, this was written a long time ago compared to now, I think, with inflation and stuff. And they were also a homeschool family. And so we homeschool through elementary and then our older kids go to Catholic school. And I feel like once your kids are in a school setting, it's a completely different experience than when you're only homeschooling, which we used to, financially as well as just school-wise. But I have taken a lot of good information from this book, and so I really liked it. So I wanted to make sure to say that. I did recently find this in my books. I have been decluttering and cleaning out, preparing for this new year, and just making sure that my focus will be on cleaning patterns and not figuring out where to put stuff. And since we're not going to be having an influx, the bringing in of things this year as much as we did this year, if I clean out and get it organized before the year starts, I will hopefully be able to just maintain it with a really good cleaning schedule. So anyway, I found this book, Introduction to the Devout Life, and it's just kind of a smaller version than the actual introduction to I think it's the Devout Life. I can't remember what it is. If I remember that, the main book, I'll put in the description box below. I tried to get that one. It was too big. I tried to listen to an Audible. It was just not my style of book. But then I found this little one and I thought maybe, you know, I can read some of this as this year goes on and just take in some of the information here. I also got this set of books, The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. I got Battlefield of the Mind devotional, the actual book, and then the study guide. And I got, even though it's not a Catholic version, I got the Battlefield of the Mind Bible to go alongside. I have been going to a Bible study on Saturdays and I really like it. And I have my Catholic Bible, but I also want to get this one to go alongside the books that I'll be reading, because a big part of not spending is temperance. And that's a very important virtue. And also understanding that so much of like we have so many mental health stuff going on in this world. And I do think, of course, that some of that is spiritual warfare, but I also think there's a lot of just like chemical imbalances, or maybe also a lot of just, you're constantly bombarded with all these different messages. And so I just wanted to take this year also to focus on the battle in my mind and really offer that up to Jesus and just stay close to him during this year. Okay, so I wanted to share all of that really quick, and then I wanted to share just some of the things that I'm preparing. Now, in this book I was reading, I was actually laughing because it talked about in this book that if you're going to do like a no spend or a low spend month or year, to not like go crazy before you start. And I was like laughing because this last month I've been preparing for this year, and so I've been buying a couple of things, but I didn't go crazy. One of the things I am going to do, I actually got the idea from this channel here. I can't remember what it's called right now. I watch it all the time. I'm having like a mom moment. But she talks about your uniform, like your daily uniform. My daily uniform used to be a long maxi dress, long sleeves with a head cover. I used to wear that all the time. And then over the years, I felt just a conviction and change and what God was calling me to. And so I was praying about it and trying to think what I could wear that would work with some of the physical issues that I have. I have some back issues and some hip issues and some just different stuff that happened after a C-section that bothers my stomach. So I was trying to think about what I can wear that would still be, you know, like Christ-centered, but like trying to figure it out. So I decided that one of the things I can wear are like a thicker legging that's not super tight, and a jegging kind of that I got from Gap. So I ordered that, it's coming in, and I wanted to get shirts that were longer to cover my bum in that area. And so I found these shirts, the Blessed Girl shirts, at Walmart, but you can also get them other places. And if I get a size extra large, they are long enough to cover the bum area and they're big enough to be super comfortable. And then I'm coupling them with hats. And so my uniform is basically a thicker, loose legging and or jegging, these longer kind of shirts. Some of them are long sleeves this fall and winter, and the other ones are short sleeved. and then a hat, because I'm in Florida now and I'm trying to have skin protection. And also they're just so easy. You can do a ponytail, a bun in the back, you can do your hair down with a hat. I love it. So that's my uniform. I still have my mass dresses, and then I have my daily wear, and then I have one dress that's for like fancy going out to dinner with my husband, or if I have to go to an event for him with his work. Or it's also black, so it will be useful for any funerals we have in the future. And so it's a very simple wardrobe, but yeah, maybe I can do a upcoming video about my minimal wardrobe with my uniform. So that's the first thing I've been doing to prepare for this year, is picking out the uniform and preparing and getting the things I need for the year, so I'm not buying throughout the year. And the other things are finding other ways to consume other than spending money. And I'm not saying I want to just switch this overbuying for something over here, because that's not really temperance or prudence, but I am human. And so I know there will be times where I'll be like, oh, I want to go do something fun with the kids or take them, and I don't want to spend money. So I'm trying to figure out ways to do things that are fun without thinking about spending money. So consuming could be things like taking them to the beach, which is a huge ordeal, but the beach or the park, or going on walks, or window shopping, which is not probably the best idea. Grocery shopping, which is something we have to do already, but just incorporating that into our like fun. And so maybe that would be like getting a free cookie at Publix when we go grocery shopping, or when we're at Walmart, maybe incorporating something that would go into the food budget, but that would be fun for the kids. I also think maybe I should set aside somewhere a little budget for like crafts or things like that. I don't want to do a ton of that because I don't want to have like a lot of stuff in the house that we're just like, I'm sorry, I'm saying like so much. I'm working really hard on that. I've worked really hard on this channel, but like is the next one that I really have a challenge with. So please forgive me. I'm working on that. But I am trying to think of a couple of things I can do with the kids that will help. I have noticed that I do tend to use spending. Let me know if you do this too as a mom. I hope you don't, but if you do, let me know. That sometimes when my kids are just like not in the best mood, or they're just kind of like grouchy that day, or not really wanting to listen, I have noticed that I have used buying little things like a Dollar Tree kind of run. We don't do that very much. Or like going to get a snack, or going to buy a little something at Walmart, or things like that to just kind of help the mood in the house. And that is probably going to be the hardest one to give up. I gave up fast food, I think it was 2 years ago for Lent. Not for me, I don't really care about fast food, but just it was so easy with the kids, and I gave it up for Lent that year. And I was so scared, because that was the way that I made it a little easier, just to go get a little Frosty, or get a little cookie, or get some nuggets or something. And since I've given that up, it has saved our family so much money. I never went back. Every now and then we'll do it, but it's very rare. And that really helps. So being able to give up just kind of like useless spending in order to appease the mood in the home is going to be something that is going to really take a lot for me. And I will be honest, I don't like to admit that, but that is something that is really challenging. That will be something very challenging to give up, but I really want to give it up because we want to save up money. If you haven't seen my original video, I'll link it below. My husband and I are trying to save up $40,000, and I set a 2-year time, but that is already, I'm feeling like I don't even know how we're going to do that with all of, where money's going and finances and big family, and not being, a 2-income household or anything. But I'm just, if I set a big goal and I'm really trying, I feel like at least we'll get a good amount. So, we're really working towards that goal. So these are just kind of the ways that I'm trying to prepare myself for this upcoming no spend year. So let me recap for you. So one is picking out a uniform for myself and purchasing a couple of things used beforehand, so I have my clothes picked out for the year. There is no reason to go buy new clothes. Also, I'm buying everything a little bit big on me, a little bit big and baggy, because my weight has been fluctuating a lot more. I have hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's and some other just different things, and it's made it really challenging with my weight. I've lost a lot, then I'll gain it, then it's just, I don't know. So I am hoping to go see a nutritionist this year that will help me just to focus on health and not so much weight. So I just wanted to make sure my uniform was something that was comfy, that can accommodate a little weight loss, a little weight gain. That's the first thing I'm doing. The second thing to recap was, I can't remember the order, but another thing I'm doing to recap is that I'm trying to prepare myself for finding another way to consume without actually spending money or things like that. Looking for free things to do, beach, park, walking around, window shopping. Another one is sometimes people are just giving stuff away. And so maybe like going and taking the kids to something like that. Like if they have an estate sale on the last day, they're just giving stuff away. And just kind of maybe finding a few little things, but I'm really trying to keep the house decluttered. So I don't know, but that's something I'm working on. Another thing was really focusing on prudence, temperance, the battle going on in my mind with stuff and with desire and with wanting this or that, and also my worth or kind of who I am in stuff. The idea of the fantasy self. If I just buy this book or I just buy this thing, then I will be that woman. And trying to really let that go and decluttering the fantasy self and letting go of all of that. So I've really been working on that as well. So yeah, that's basically how I am planning out to prepare myself for this upcoming year. I have my uniform ready. I have my books and stuff that I'm reading, that I'm focusing on. I'm decluttering. I'm trying to get our house into a place where it's just about cleaning and tidying up and, you know, getting things done rather than just like having all this stuff, not bringing more in. And yeah, so that's my video for today. I hope you're all doing well. If you guys are planning a no spend year or a low spend year or a low spend month or something like that, let me know in the comments below. If you've done this before and it was effective, also let me know. I did one in 2021 and it was so fruitful. Since then, I have just continually gotten rid of stuff. My spending has gone way down. I've learned so much more about myself and my weaknesses and my strengths, and just being able to really in the end focus on Christ, because that's it. We can't take any of this stuff with us. We cannot take any of this stuff with us, but we can take all that we grow in our hearts and our souls, you know, all the good stuff, all the virtue and like being close to Christ. That comes with us to heaven. That's where the treasure's built. So it's like, that's what would be a great thing to really focus on instead of just more and more stuff and fantasy selves and just trying to consume the world around us like crazy. I'm really wanting to focus on not doing those things. So anyway, I'd love to hear from you if you want to do this alongside me. And I'm going to be starting January 1st, 2025. And so I'm just getting excited. I hope you all have a beautiful day. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you think this content that I'm creating on this playlist would encourage another mama, please share. And I'll talk with you guys later. Bye. God bless.